this is my new tutorial of how to use redstone. And let's just jump in to the basics. So redstone you can have in multiple format. One of them is the redstone block, which you can see here. And redstone block will power all the blocks around it. Oh, you see? So it will power all the touching blocks. Okay, the next thing what we can do, this is the redstone torch. And redstone torch will power all except the one what is it attaching to. So you can see the bottom one, it stands on attached to the bottom one, so the bottom one is not powered, but the rest of them yes. If you place it on the side, for example here, then you can see the side one is not powered, but the rest of them powered. Okay, the another thing which we can do is like using a switch, we power a line like this powder of the redstone, which you can just build any kind of design what you want. And this one only will power the one it's going on top of or which is finishing at. So let me just explain what I mean by that. So here with this redstone torch as a source will provide electricity, but there is a kind of junction, and the junction will not connect to that box. And if I place there, you see it's not connecting, not attaching. But if it's directly go into the block, then it will power it. So in this case, you could like to power that, what you could do is actually come around, come around, and then you can power it. Okay, so it's good to know you can't directly power it from a junction, but you could do always put it on top, and then it just goes on top and then it powers it. Continue on powering blocks. So here we use a standard block. This is a standard block, and we power this standard block. And what happens, this standard block will power all the blocks around it. So this is an excellent way to get power to somewhere else. There is a couple of things to know about this when we do that. The first thing is, if we power a block, it would turn on a light which is attached to it, but it will be not continue powering the power line if it goes through. The only way to do it, how I showed it you earlier, if we go over it. However, there will be a problem with that. If you build something on top of it, then it's broken now. You see? It goes, but if I build it on top of it, it can't connect. Okay. So how else we can sort it? So we can sort this two other ways. One of them is to use a repeater or to use comparator. Both of these can read the signal and then forward it from the block. Okay. There is a difference. The repeater makes a full strength signal. The comparator will just copy the signal. But don't worry about that. That's something for later. Okay. So one thing is good to know. If you power a block which is not a full block, for example stairs, or could be fences. It includes also glass, I think, or transparent items. The electricity will not pass through. They will block it. Okay, this is a very important thing to know. So we not just can connect it, we can directly apply a switch or a button to a block. The difference between switch and buttons are, let me just show you, you can apply it even for the door, but the difference is switches has two states, on and off, while buttons is just a push button, so it goes on and off itself. Another way to generate a signal is a tripwire, which is again just generate one signal like a push button and then turns off. Except if I'm standing on it, then it's keep being on as long as I'm standing on the tripwire. The same true with the pressure plates. If I stand on it, the door opens. If I leave that, the door closes. Okay, on, off. Okay, there is one more way of how we can generate a signal, and that one is with observers. These guys can check for any changes for in front of them, the block in front of them. It will not detect if you walk by or do anything, but if you do place a block there, then it generates one signal similar to a push button. Or if you destroy a block, the same happens. Or if you place a box there and you place some, wait, let me move so you can see the light. So if I place anything in, I get a blink, you can see, or if I remove anything, it will blink. So any changes, what happens, it will detect and create one short signal. Now let's talk about the Redstone Dust. It's technically, when you have a full signal, this goes all the way to 15. But if I try to go to 16 distance, then it will not work. You don't have to go straight line with this. You can go even a zigzag and you still can get to 15 blocks, and even you can branch it. So if I branch it down, I still have 15 for each branch. The total, not the total, but the length is only what's count. This is my basic tutorial of Redstone, the basic usage of it. I hope you liked it, and see you at the next episode. Bye!